Hey, what's up, peeps? Out scoping out a new area to go and camp next weekend, and I think I found the spot. This area is pretty cool. Never been here before, somewhere in southeast Minnesota. Fill you in more details on that later, but main thing is I'm going to talk about today is, hey, you made it to the grand finale of our great adventure up on the Spear Hiking Trail. Hopefully you've watched everything so far. The next one, I promise, is going to be shorter than the first two, considering it's just the last and final day. But there's some pretty cool things there. Neat scenery, especially at the end on Pincushion Mountain. So with that being said, thanks for watching. If you have not already, subscribe to my channel. Click like, comment. Need comments. I don't get any comments. Want to know what you think. Also, when you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so that way you'll receive any new videos and stuff coming up, such as the one that I'm going to do next week here. So another hiking backpack spot. So it's pretty cool. Easy trails. Can't wait to get back out and camp in my hammock. See you then. Tuesday morning, the last morning of our adventure. Of course, it had to rain 20 minutes before we got to camp last night. So we got everything all nice. We got soaked. Stopped a little bit so we could get everything set up. And then, of course, it had to rain again. And off and on throughout the night it rained. So pretty much everything's wet except for everything that was underneath our rain flies. But we got 7.7 miles today to the parking lot, to the car. And then we will be finished. Woohoo! And we're off for the day. Back up this little trail to get back to the main SHT. Just looking at the map today. We got a couple overlooks, a couple waterfalls. But the worst is the Devil Track River. Sounds like it's very steep decline for us going into the river gorge. And I want to say the book said 150 steps to get out, or 90 steps, one of the two. I can put that down below. Wahoo! Sam's up there somewhere. But onward. Everything's gonna be slippery today, so gotta be careful on the roots and rocks. Lake Superior. Right over there, the center of the screen, some cell phone towers at Grand Marais. That's where we're going today, folks. I don't know if that big mountain in front of them, obviously you can't see the towers. Very good. That might be Pincushion Mountain. I'm not sure. But it's sort of cool. Got the big open prairie on top of this big mound. Another interesting thing, one of the low spots back there, I didn't record, of course, because it was slippery. There's a fresh wolf track from probably this morning, because it rained off and on all night. So that's interesting. And he's headed the same direction I am, but there's only one that I've seen. But this is pretty cool.
I haven't sailed up.
That rock is not known as Alcatraz. That rock is known as the 5 Mile Rock. That rock is 5 miles outside of Grand Marais. Let's have a sailboat there, and there's the other sailboat. Pretty calm out there today compared to what it normally is. 3 miles in for the day. I think we got like 4.5 more to go. Not counting a little tiny spur trail to get up to Pincushion Mountain off from the SHT. Woods Creek. SHT parking over there. I believe this to be Linscog Road. Oh boy, got some nice marbles. And you guessed it, back uphill we go. Here we go. It's a map from the parking lot. Pincushion Mountain 3.2. The car is 4.9 miles away. We're getting there. Down we go. For now, following the Devil Track River. Out here is a logging cut, one of the main staple industries of northern Minnesota. Those are some tall pine trees. Holy moly. Give me about 4 or 5 of them. I'll cut and split at home. Be set for about 10 years for firewood for on the bonfire. But that's not what we're here for. A long ways down. I know you can't see through there. Out there's Lake Superior. Pretty fun crawling up through this canyon. Sure, it's been done before. Onward. Oh boy, it's a long ways up. That is a long ways down. Of course, Lake Superior. It'd be interesting if man has ever made it down there. It is crazy. Barely see the waterfall down there. Let's see if we can see the bridge. There's a handrail right in the middle of the screen. Actually, that's not it. Up a little bit. Basically down there is the walking bridge that we have to cross. Yeah. So we gotta go all the way the heck down there and back up to the top of that ridge. Sweet. Just got to the East Devil Track campground. Down to the river. It actually looks like a really sweet sight. Right on the river. No idea how many sites are there for tents and backpacking tents and hammocks. And the latrine is across the road. Right now we're just taking a break in the West Devil Track River campsite. Cross that bridge, climb up this little rock scramble to a real nice campsite. Down in the valley. There's no cell reception, which you don't need that anyway. Nice fire ring. There's a trail going up there to another hammock or 2 spots, maybe 2 tents. Trail to the latrine. Big open spot here for a couple tents. And then back behind Sam then, it's a big open spot where I'd be able to put my big condo hammock. And then there's another little trail back to another little tent spot. And you got all kinds of nice benches. Definitely a nice site. And you hear the water going over the falls all night long. We are way down at the bottom on a very long winding staircase all the way up to the top. And finally, they took my suggestion. And on top of one of these damn hills, they put a bench finally. But about half a mile to the spur trail to Pincushion Mountain, and then 1.7 back to the car, and we're home free. All right, just started the spur trail to go to Pincushion Mountain. We gotta climb this nice flat rock. Feel the burn. Stretching the calves out now, holy moly. All right, here we are, Pincushion Mountain. No, that's kidding. It's over this way. Oh yeah, just to think, we were clear on the other side of that. Being a spur trail, you follow the white blazes. And way down there, it's Grand Marais. 1.7 back to the car. Holy hell. 55 miles later, and we're back where we got dropped off. And the car's still there. Down there, my friends, is Grand Marais.
That was easy.
Way out in the distance, you can see the Sawtooth Mountains. Good morning, friends. What an adventure that was. It really gives you plenty of time to think and reflect on everything that you have going on in life. Especially when we're out there, the first two camps. I told Sam, I don't think there's anybody within probably 10 to 20 miles of us. We're probably the only people out here. Just to think how small we really are on this big world. It's just fascinating. I mean, looking back up on these hills and stuff, way at the skyline back there off to my right. We started way down there and end up there. It's just fascinating of all the stuff that we could see, even though the first couple days, just trees, leaves, and a lot of bugs. But it was definitely worth it. Planning it, I got thinking, God, am I going to be actually able to do this? But if you set your mind to do stuff, you can do it. Just don't give up on yourself early and just fight through it. You'll get to the end. We found the finish line, even though it kept on seeming like, gosh, we got to go down this hill and go back up this hill. But the car was there. I want to give a good shout out to a couple people. Definitely want to go and thank my dad for getting me involved with outdoors and giving me the passion and love for the outdoors and the wilderness. I know he'd be extremely proud of what I did the last couple days. The next one, a good friend of mine that got me into backpacking from the start, Ken Beertz, otherwise known as Uncle Kenny. Thank you, because otherwise, if you never told me about backpacking, I never would have done this. Of course, my neighbor Sam for tagging along on this adventure. Definitely think you'd want to do this with 2 people, even though we know people have done it solo. Harriet Corals, thanks for the ride. It was quite the adventure, a lot of valuable information. And finally, want to thank y'all, the trail people that upkeep the trail. The few places that are really, really good, you guys did an excellent job. There's a lot of places that are overgrown, which I don't think they ever get done. But, well, as they always say, live life, don't live in fear, or you're going to miss it. We'll see you back at home when we go and do the map featuring stuff to show our progress on the SHT map. Thanks for watching, and it's time for some pancakes and bacon and eggs, because we're still starving. But wait, there's more to our adventure. On the way home, just north of the Twin Cities, our tire decided to blow out. So I want to give a huge shout out to the state trooper that stopped to assist us with traffic. And also want to give another huge shout out to John at Century Avenue Services for getting us a different tire put on and getting us back on the road home. All right, we're back home. Now it's the fun time to see and track our progress. As you all know, started out at 270-degree overlook. I'm sorry, I don't have the fancy graphic thing. I don't know how to do that stuff. But started 270 overlook, northern terminus. First night went to the Jackson Creek campground. Did 8 miles that day. Day number 2, we went to the South Carlson Pond campsite. That was 9.1 miles. Then we had a big hike on day 3, all the way through Judge Magny State Park to the North Little Brule River campsite. That was 14.5 miles. Then on day 4, another fairly decent day, famous lake walk, 11.2 miles to the Durfee Creek campsite. And then the final day, all the way out to the Pincushion Mountain Trailhead. For a grand total of 50.1 miles. So we definitely filled up a lot of the board, but we have a lot of it to do on the south side. But that's an easy section there, fairly flat, no looks. But pretty crazy, we got most of the north part done. So now it's time to fill in a bunch of circles. We get this one, that one. And then the final one at Pincushion Mountain. Bunch of other different crazy stats we had. We only seen 4 other backpacking hikers the whole entire trip, which sort of surprising, not quite surprising. We had 1 deer, about 12 grouse, many crackhead squirrels, and we had lots and lots of moose poop, bear poop, and wolf poop. The blueberries and raspberries were just starting to ripen, and that was about July 18th. So basically, of the 317 miles of the Spear Hiking Trail, I have totally done 101.8, meaning I have 215 miles to go. But hopefully we'll be able to get up there another time or 2 this year yet. Maybe some early winter, especially in the lower sections where it's fairly easy. and hopefully you can tag along with me. Keep following my channel. We'll obviously have other little hikes and campouts and stuff like that in southeast Minnesota, and who knows where I may go. So, thank you for watching, and remember, live life. Don't live in fear, or you're going to miss it. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.